enthusiasm, questionable accuracy, blatant abuse of current public domain laws, and, should all go well, in less than 40 minutes that infamous French rapscallion Moliere's the doctor in spite of himself.
Less than 40 minutes? We haven't even finished warming up the crowd. But we have been setting up their expectations. Did she sign parts this time, or is this more of a grab-and-go sort of thing? We had the same performance we always do. 9 incredibly beautiful but highly intelligent women. And one very confused, pitifully beautiful man. What could possibly go wrong?
I feel like the signs won't go very wrong.
He is our leading man.
You'll lead by process of elimination. So the rest of you are playing men again? Gross! Enjoy that leading lady glow in your cheeks. It will fade.
Hey, why do we keep performing these plays that have so many parts for men?
Welcome to the public domain, where the scripts are written almost exclusively for men. And where those scripts continue to be greatly improved by women playing the role.
So, no mustaches this time?
Well, for some of us, right?
We perform in honor of that rapscallion of reason, that corsair of common sense, that patron of pointed ridicule, Monsieur Moliere, satirist, rebel, and the original troublemaker of the French stage. He taught the world that honesty is overrated, especially when lies are more dramatically entertaining. So prepare your laughter, cushion your skulls, and remember, our combat policy is simple. If someone gets it with this, it's ours. And if someone gets it with this, it's not.
Places where the miracle of percussive persuasion.
And thus, without study, license, or refund policy, Moliere's the doctor in spite of himself. Scene 1, domestic bliss and other laws. The woodpile shrinks, methinks, to match thy shrunken wits.
My wits are like fine wine, stored safely in the basement where no one can irritate the sediments.
They must be vinegar by now.
It's better a spoiled business than a spoiled life.
If laziness were a trade, thou'st be a master craftsman of some degree.
Then fetch me my diploma.
So how the hour is done.
Already onward now, for marrying a woman whose beauty is matched only by the oozing, best possibilities. I think.
Beware lightning, it proceedeth but thunder.
Oh! Must thou mock my humble labors? I rest, I chop, I rest, I stack, I repeat. 5 singular acts of great and noble art.
And where are the logs, also performing the first of the humble acts?
They are invisible logs for minimalists.
Truly thou art a philosopher, a slob.
A philosopher I, but one unpaid, unrespected, and unbothered.
That is true. Every coin that enters in this house leaves in thy pocket.
It leaves happy.
Happy! The chickens are better company.
Oh, the chickens never crack my grammar.
Because they're wise enough to hold their tongue.
You see, dear spectators, I labor under perspiration. A man cannot even rest without rest.
Rest from, oh, saints preserve us, I married a jest in human form.
Better a death than a lecture.
Better a husband than a headache.
Guests? What kind of guests?
The paying kind, which means they're rare.
Tom McGreg's gone around at work, a masterpiece of idleness.
Indeed, truly a monument to laziness. Thou should charge admission to watch thy slaughter.
I call it performance art.
Then I shall be thy critic. Out, and take thy beauty with thee, if thou canst find it. Ladies and gentlefolk, revenge is a dish best served with a drum roll. You'll learn today that words have weight, especially when they are heavy. That is understanding. Scene 2, the lie, the winds, and the woodpile.
I tell thee, Lucia, we are close. The direction said turn left at the large cow. And we did 3 times. Either the cow moves or we're lost. I smell doctor struck suddenly, inexplicably, and completely dumb, mute as marble. She neither speaks, eats, nor sighs.
Mute? How convenient for gossip.
Not the point. Her mistress fears she can be bewitched by some dark and powerful magic, perhaps even love.
Love will do that. I once caught it behind a bakery.
Also, not the point. At our master's command, we have searched the countryside far and wide for a position most extraordinary, wise, discreet, and not too expensive.
I added not too expensive. How thoughtful.
Truly good wife. Do you know such a man?
Of course not. Look around you. We're out in the sticks.
Perhaps we should check the cities again.
If you can find one still standing.
I told you I smell wood smoke.
So all the cities are well done.
Then where shall we find this wise, discreet, affordable miracle worker?
I just remembered. I happen to know a man, rare in wit, rarer still in motivation.
Truly.
A genius who denies his genius. He lies just beyond the woodpile, humble to a fault. Especially when beaten.
This is no doubt the man you seek.
I'm sorry, did you say
Beaten?
Oh, yes. The poor fool was cursed by a very beautiful and cunning, but sometimes vindictive rival. He could not admit his true skill and thus, well, persuaded.
Persuaded how?
Flattery administered percussively.
Doctors percussive persuasion. Got it. Surely you jest.
Do I look like a woman who jests? This very morning, he swore off healing forever, said he'd rather chop wood than save lives.
Ambitious man.
Indeed. Yet, once roused by percussive encouragement, he could not help but heal. It burst from him like bad poetry.
A doctor who denies his art and confesses by his soul?
Exactly so. Bring your most reliable sticks.
Oh. I travel prepared.
Excellent. But I do beseech you kindly, gentlewoman, strike not from anger, but from faith.
Faith with a bit of follow-through. We shall try this strange physician. What is his name?
Gunnar, gesundheit, bless you. You'll need it.
We thank you. Goodbye.
Thinks nothing of it. He certainly won't. There, I've written a prescription. Let's watch to see him fill it.
Wait, just to be clear, how many taps before he admits it?
More than you kindly women will want to give.
Wait, once more. Taps, wax, pummels, which will have the fair result.
The more he protests, the more you wail on. Peace, ladies. My own remedy to cure a fool. One must first create a legend. And what is a legend if not a lie that limps along rather convincingly? Scene 3. The beating and the beat.
Ah, what a pleasure to rest. And nothing can ruin a rest like too much work. Work is like this wine. One glass a day for health, a barrel for urine. To moderation. To this, I'll drink twice.
That must be him.
How industriously he avoids industriousness.
He radiates genius.
He radiates something. We sure this is the man. He seems splintered.
Martine said beyond the woodpile,
Humble to a fault. Faults. He's full of those.
look, he lays just beyond the woodpile, and what could be more humble than to rest upon the very earth?
Good sir! Reach every corner of Padua.
Oh, so my name has used the corners. I'm the great wood splitter. It's not around.
Is it that? Sir, we have searched far and wide for a great doctor, great wrong, and heard you are such a man who can be pressed into service.
Lies, slanders, vile rumors spread by my enemies and supplied by my wife.
He denies it, just as she foretold.
It's true. He is that great doctor who can't deny his own genius.
Fear not, sir. We are here to help you remember who you are.
I remember who I am. Oh, most mornings. have a seat.
Please, sir, admit you are the doctor. Let this meeting cease.
A doctor? I am not.
He continues to deny it.
Doctor, enough. There's money, isn't there?
A confession?
Medical science succeeds again.
Oh, I see stars. Oh, that's, Scientology, right?
You are truly a man of science.
Oh, science. Yes, the study of movable objects and stoppable force. You stopped hitting me and therefore I'm unremoved. Discuss it at times. Negotiate surrender.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh, fine! I am a doctor. Someone say the greatest one of a kind. You need to be one of a kind you want. Just stop me.
Praise all around, the physician is restored.
Behold the miracles of well-dispensed medicine.
Certified through the rigorous course of encouragement. Well, that was certainly rigorous. Behold, Sconorel, miracle of medicine, diagnoser of the unintelligibly vague malady, curer of the obviously curable, and should the fee be sufficient, one heck of a dance partner at your wedding.
Our mistress who has sent us, Madame Durant, requires her adept skill. Her daughter has been struck suddenly, inexplicably, and completely dumb.
Dumb?
Suddenly and inexplicably.
Excellent, I prefer a dumb patient.
Then you'll love her.
How dumb is she?
Completely.
Completely.
Yes, she has been completely mute for quite some time.
Very well, excellent. Prepare your madame's purse.
Which one? They're all fairly small.
So shall be the cure.
Here, your proof of your unchallenged genius.
Oh. Il dottore de false medicinae, doctor extraordinaire in the art of pretending, guessing, and immediate payment in advance. I accept this degree of great humility and greatest condensation.
Then come, good doctor. Our young daughter's silence awaits your adept skill.
Fear not, I am confident I shall convincingly diagnose her. Treating her will be another matter.
Ah, Moliere, a man beaten into borrowed brilliance with the mere whiff of riches. Now there's a metaphor. Scene 4. The patient who says nothing, the doctor who knows even less.
Hard to arrive on time for a pressing engagement you were unaware of.
Indeed. I am told you are a learned doctor, skilled in medicine, both domestic and exotic.
Oh, I have learned many things. My IQ is as large as this barrel is round. How big is that? Does anyone know how big that is? It doesn't matter. You were saying.
How humbly you dress for this house call?
Oh, humility is my worst flaw. Tragic, really. Followed by my son, the inability to right myself.
I see. Perhaps you'd like to wash up?
If he washes up in them, we may not be able to recognize him again.
On the contrary, the sooner I begin, the faster I'm back to my woodpile. And my thousands of sick patients.
Thousands of sick patients. How many more, might I inquire, have been cured by your unique methods?
That, my dear woman, depends entirely on who you ask and what your definition of cure is.
In this house, cure just means they complain in another room.
Welcome, sir. We tried everything we could think of, which admittedly was not much.
Oh, 'tis to be expected. Very typical of you to exhaust yourself after exhausting every option.
My daughter, Lucille, see how she sits, statuesque in her silence, her tongue turned to marble. Not even a sigh escapes her lips.
Then we must melt the marble. Fortunately, as a learned doctor, I have taken on only the most impossible cases.
And improbable paychecks.
Let us begin. Prepare my instruments. First, the initial examination of the patient. A relatively simple test to pass. The patient must just sit and not talk.
No, she's a perfect patient.
If he comes near you with that chicken, blink twice and I'll tackle him.
Pulse? Yes, she had one. Humors? We won't know until surgery. Spleen? Magnificent! A rare example.
A magnificent spleen, my great joy!
If I may continue. I just don't see what could turn this young patient to silence. Just as I suspected, witchcraft and wizardry. A mysterious curse of indeterminate origin has been placed on the young daughter of this house. My ardent prayer is that this ailment is not catching.
A curse! Who would be so cruel as to curse my only child? And right before she is to be married,
Married to whom?
the wise and fantastically wealthy Horace.
That's code for old.
So handsome and charming and intelligent.
This is code for really old.
And in possession of a grand sword that has never met its purpose.
I don't know what that means.
Be that as it may, no man of worth and wealth would wed themselves to a wife who is suddenly and mysteriously gone mute.
Actually, a suddenly mute wife might offer an instant resolution to many a man's problems.
She is to be wed following her recovery.
Oh, then we must act quickly. I've given a diagnosis. I must now provide a cure. A steady diet of moonbeams and a surfeit of imagination will right her. You cannot capture her arms, Strawbots is fine. I'll accept my payment beyond my way.
That's it? That's your treatment?
Well, surely you've not tried this method.
Come now, this is ridiculous. Moonlight and imagination.
Ah, behold, the secret pocket leads to restoration.
The patient responds. See? She stirs.
Oh, excellent! Resistance proves vitality. The treatment is obviously reversing the curse.
She's probably trying to get away from the pocket leech.
Is no one going to inquire why the renowned doctor has a pocket leech? We're all supposed to ignore that?
Vocalis, mysterium, obscurus, lingua dominant maximus, humorum fluxus interruptus. Dramaticus pauses continuous. Curious. Very curious.
What is it? Is it permanent? Can you cure her?
I detect a sudden dramatic pause from the poorly song. Precisely the rhythm of
What purpose would an internal dramatic pause serve? It creates an intentional moment of silence that precedes a moment of discovery.
Oh, it is more and more challenging to work on an empty stomach. Perhaps a prescription of this evening's dinner, wine for vintage, and the breath of a swollen bag pack at dawn would suffice for us to continue this exploration. You may present all three to me presently.
I'll fetch the bagpipe. You fetch tonight's dinner, and you fetch a bottle of the best wine.
Doctor, you must cure her completely, or if not, I'll have to marry her to the next man I can find with property and a pulse. A dumb wife makes for a merry husband, as you said.
Lady, note the sudden change. The color left her face entirely at the mere mention of marriage. She's improving. Observe, how ridiculous. Oh, no, the other ridiculous.
What's that mutter?
Merely consulting the spirits of medicine. They've unionized now, which I understand has significant benefits for all stakeholders. Does the patient possess the ability to read and write?
Of course, her father warned she might read too
Leave
much.
us. I require a moment alone with the patient. Interrupt us together while.
A mute maiden, a meddling mother, and a make-believe medal. The perfect prescription for disaster. Scene 5. The maiden's machination.
Do you have any paper? This entire exchange is going to be much easier if we got paper.
Kind sir, I do beseech you help.
She speaks. Is it possible I've cured her? Oh, to the pocket links indeed perform his miracle.
Respectfully, sir, I am no mute, nor have I been. And you are no doctor, nor have you been.
Bold words for a minute.
Not mute. Alas, my voice has been taken from me in any case. By my mother and father, I have promised to wed the laughably clueless Horace, as you've been told. But I'm in love with, and have given my heart to, the brave and fair Leandre.
Young love, the eternal plague of the heart. Not a physical illness, but just as deadly.
Just listen. You are the only one who can know of the ruse, and you must help me.
I must? Oh, there it come what I must do. I must chop the wood, I must cure the girl, I must return to the happy home, the bad lax martini.
Please, assist me in convincing my parents that betrothal to Leandre is the only thing that will cure me. And we will reward you handsomely.
I care not about the physical appearance of the reward. Only that money is involved.
Make a price.
I will not speak of payment in front of my patients. I will speak of it loudly outside the door. I make myself complicit in this ridiculous farce. I stand to receive payment twice. Once from the mother and once from the daughter. And who am I to deny what is so freely given? Oh, conscience, you feeble thing, always riding out the door when a profitable opportunity knocks. It's settled. We are in peace. Neither gift gave away, and we both get what we want. How infrequently do we utter such fantastical sentiments? Can you keep silent, dear girl? This is going to be a delicate match of love, deception, and perfect timing. Not good bedfellows.
We must delay the marriage long enough to enact our escape. The more time I may require expediting. I heard the servants whispering of the notary arriving at sunset. Oh, so much for waiting until I'm cured.
And we stall the mother, supplant the notary, and propel the unloved to run fast and naked.
And if the mother catches us?
Then we improvise a curative solution. That's half of medicine and all of theater. This scheme will require additional assistance, but who might we press into our service?
Loyalty of this caliber cannot be purchased, but perhaps we can rent it. Our most devoted and absent-minded servant, Brigitte, may fit the bill. Food can be an incredibly lucrative currency.
Sounds good enough to me. Brigitte! Fear not, my mischief-making accomplice. Dinner will be late tonight.
Brigitte, we require your deft assistance.
She speaks! A miracle! You truly are a great doctor! I'll go fetch the rest of them!
Whoa! Not so fast, friend! We have alerted you, as there's much to discuss before we alert the others. We have devised a new subplot and potentially more compelling, I think.
A murderous subplot!
No, not exactly. Right?
No one is being murdered. Brigitte, you have not found me yet, and now is not the moment to begin. I ask your aid in a scheme upon which my heart and all happiness depend.
A secret subplot? A potentially dangerous scheme? You can count on me. Unless it involves spiders. Does it involve spiders?
Not yet. We have a meddling mother, a mute maiden, and a medical master. Now we need a merry messenger to bring it all together.
Anything you require, my dear son. Do you need disguises? Oh, I have so many disguises. Mostly mustaches.
Ah, yes! A ridiculous plot's greatest trope. Facial hair confusion. Now, here's the plan. Are you sure you understand what needs to be done?
I'm going to grab a sensible snack. Then consider it finished.
Then it's settled. You handle the mother, Brigitte takes care of the notary, and I'll prepare the escape.
Fear not. I've had with more terrifying women in my time.
How many of them are your wife?
Statistically irrelevant.
2, 7, 9. It's 9. Oh, 6 on 9. You fool! It says 9 right there. Plain as day. See? Wait. So we're setting 6, not 9. What is happening? I am a tree, tall and strong, just bending with the breeze. The sign says 9, so we do 9. Not 9. We're very none of this ever happened. You're saying, go photosynthesize backstage. You tried running a show with 9 women, 1 man, and a script held together with borrowed gas. Now, where were you? Yes, contracts, chaos, and a doctor who should not be. Scene 9. 6. Contracts and chaos.
Notary, take this down. I, Busan, being of mostly sound mind but demonstrably poor judgment, do hereby and forthwith consent to enter into lawful and binding matrimony with the wealthy gentleman my mother prefers, without delay, hesitation, loophole, escape clause, or opportunity to ruin any future prospects I may have by marrying someone sensible of my own choosing.
Perfect! How do you spell the word?
Usually with letters.
Madam, according to section 3.14 of the Codex Hiccuparatico Matrimonialis.
So, I don't see anything about pastries.
Keep scrolling. See? I told you. A pie chart. All great medicine is circumference to pastry. Notary, as the patient's primary care physician, I find it only appropriate that I assist with the creation of this contract. Prepare to write this down. Clause 1. No contract may be signed while the patient's tongue is under medical management.
Ridiculous! That doesn't even make sense!
I pray you please, madam. If I may continue. Clause 2. All contracts are legally binding if spoken confidently.
That was wonderfully confident.
Thank you, dear notary. Whom I've never met before.
Dad, this just came in for tonight's festivities. Where should I put it?
My stomach would be a fine place. There is no end to this insanity.
The notary. I mean, I have heard anything.
Nobody actually reads these things, so it doesn't matter.
I am legally entangled.
We did ask for it to be legally binding. Ah!
Doctor, you are testing my patience.
Oh, excellent. It's the only part of you I wanted to test.
Breathe with them. If you upset yourself too much, we might have to ask the good doctor to come back.
Clause 3. All mothers who interrupt legal or medical procedures forfeit to all moral authority and afternoon tea privileges.
Outrageous!
And clause 4. Outrage is a symptom of agreement.
Enough nonsense. Notary, read what you have written.
I, Busan, do hereby refuse to sneeze without the express consent of the pie chart.
Yes, the legal sneeze test.
The what?
If the patient consents to the marriage, she will sneeze before the bell rings thrice. If not, she shall remain as statuesque as an overbaked souffle, and be allowed to marry anyone her heart desires. Oh.
Sneeze, child, it's good manners.
The bell must ring thrice.
What is this?
As for your notary, and verified by the sneeze test, your child may marry anyone she chooses.
None of this buffoonery is binding. It's pure nonsense.
Madame, confidently performed nonsense is the very definition of medicine and law.
Nothing in this house has made sense since that man arrived. If I didn't know better, I would say this was all made up.
By fraud, fate, and foolishness, a miracle prepares to occur.
Mother.
At last she speaks! Oh, you miracle of medicine and melodrama!
And not a moment too soon. I was running out of paper. Mother, I was never ill. I was merely unheard. By you.
What could you possibly...
Mother, please listen. I cannot marry Horace. No. Not cannot. I will not marry Horace. I have given my heart to him and will marry another.
What could you know of love?
Enough to know it was my choice, not my contract.
And who is your young man?
Kind and honest Leandre.
You choose a poor poet with no title, no dowry, and terrible posture.
Madame, terrible posture is fixed easily enough. Terrible marriages are not.
Please not speak in spirit.
The contract, the law, the notary.
Madame, if we're all speaking truth, I must also speak mine. I am no notary. I am only a lowly, devoted servant.
Is anything in this house as it appears to be?
As per your notary, in the spirit of this new era of honesty, perhaps that is to say, I may have slightly exaggerated my medical quantifications.
You are not a doctor?
I am a fraud.
Madame, if the heart has spoken, perhaps the head should take notes.
You are only a fraud in title. I ask that you cure my daughter, and you have cured my whole house.
Speak freely, my dear. It's your voice that heals you, not my nonsense.
Speak, daughter. What else would you have me hear?
That I choose my own life, that silence was never consent, and that I love Leandre.
Then I am cured as well, though I still disapprove of his terrible posture.
I'll keep an eye on her, mademoiselle. Old habits tend to relapse easily.
And so, by fraud, it began with a whack and ends with a thud.
You could open up a clinic, maybe somewhere without regulations.
Or without patience.
Husband,
Five!
how do you now learn your lesson?
My lesson? Your lesson nearly gave me a concussion.
So there's something in there after all.
Come take me back to the scene of the crime.
Always.
Any man would suffer greatly in this marriage.
And just look how through your suffering you've become great.
Let me return to my familiar pile and leave greatness to someone else.
Well done, fool. It seems even lies concealed at the heart behind them holds true.
And heaven help us both. For your heart is my only ailment, and my only cure.
And that, dear spectators, is how you cure a sudden and mysterious illness.
And create a legend of a fool.
And stand around the necessity of getting publisher permission to cut down a full-length play.
All another 40 minutes.
enthusiasm, questionable accuracy, and blatant abuse of current public domain laws. Lights!